200 cows, 300 cows together in one group. And there are people looking after them all the time. With the effect that you have an ideal system, now they look after them here, and the young herds people realize, well, the grass is getting short, so they move to the next area. The system has fallen away, and that is the system that one should try and introduce again. But without water, you have a problem. And the idea is that I'm playing with, I've not discussed this with them, is to get a water bowser on a truck or a tractor that you bring into the area, say every second day, and then you bring it up to a certain point, and for a week you bring it there, you move another 2 or 3 kilometers, you move another 2 or 3 kilometers. So they bring their cattle there every second day for water.
Yeah.
Doing it like that, I think you have a chance to just stay on the main road going through the valley.
Disperse the...
to graze the area systematically, give them water.
Rather than all one place and not in another at all.
Yeah, that's the idea I'm playing around with. I really hope that eventually I will get money and I will get them so far to become part of this effort. I think they will, because it will save them a lot of problems. Because it is so that the moment you do not utilize grass, then the grass eventually starts dying. That really is so. That you have seen all over. You must, soil needs to be worked. If you don't work in soil, the grass is eventually growing because there are no nutrients coming in. The water cannot properly go into the soil. There's no urine coming into the soil, etc., etc., with the effect that eventually your grass starts dying. And that is what is happening here in big parts. And one can now probably ask, why is it so that it is only dying now? But if one go back 50 years, you had big herds of zebras here, and giraffe, and elephants, and springbok. You had 5,000 springbok here. We have done the work all the time. They have started to move in with their cattle, and those animals moved out, so it's a bit of a problem.
And okay, you're saying the wild animals work the soil properly, whereas the cattle do not?
Well, the wild animals are not that dependent on water. That the cattle are. Cattle are dependent, so they stay close in the vicinity of water holes. While springbok doesn't need water. Zebras drink once a week. And that is the problem. And we had more open fountains than what we have today. The moment you have overgrazing in the area, you don't have grass that is holding the water is just running off into the rivers. And if your soil is not worked properly, if you have hard soil, the water is running off. But the moment your soil is worked, then the water is draining into the soil. It's very simple. All these things are very, very simple, and they understand it a lot better than what we do, because they are much keener observers. Since I've started to play around with grazing management and these things, the more you look in the area, you walk around, you drive around, the more you observe this thing. And you talk to them about it, and they have all the answers. It's just to implement something.
One of the things we saw a lot in Bushman land were the wells they put in with windmills, pumps to pump the water.
And solar. That's for the game, though.